Welcome to the Grown Woman Podcast
with your host, Marianne and,
of course, Shakia.
Get ready for candid conversations, expert insights, and plenty of laughter along the way.
Of course.
Tune in and join our community of empowered women navigating life's journey with style and grace.
With style and grace. Love it. Tune into today's episode. Super excited about today's episode. We have two amazing guests joining us on the Grown Woman Podcast. Y'all know how we do it. Grown woman conversations with real people talking about real things. How are we doing today?
Oh, I just came back from vacation, so I feel refreshed.
Where'd you go?
Just Canada.
Oh, just Canada.
Just Canada.
Just Canada.
How long were you in Canada?
2 weeks.
Oh.
I was ready to come back because I missed my bed. And, I was
okay.
at my mom's house, and my mom screams a lot.
Okay.
So, but I took the entire weekend to just chill at home when I got back. So, feel ready to work, refresh.
Well, I worked. I didn't have a 2-week vacation. I was being responsible. No, just like I was working. But I do have a vacation. We actually have a vacation coming up. So
can't wait.
Super excited about that. We have an empowerment moment coming, but I want to bring in our guests because I don't want them just sitting here looking at us like, why are we talking? And they're not a part of the conversation. And so just kind of like a side note, this is being done again because we actually tried to record this session in Chicago, and God knew. Let me explain something. We showed up so bad on our first podcast that he didn't want people to see how our behavior was. So we had to come back to the city.
He had no
He muted y'all.
It muted us. It was great content, but I don't think it was ready for the camera. So you'll actually see the reviews of when we're in Chicago. We were hanging out. We spent a full day in Chicago, so we got so much content for y'all to see about all the places we reviewed. But we're doing this conversation again. But this time around, we actually have another person joining us. So on one end, right, we have Rashad Washington, owner of Pro Paints, does amazing things around the city, community engagement, growing his business, one of the top African-American men in his space. So I'll let him kind of talk about what he's doing. The sponsor of this podcast, and some other things he just don't know yet. So we just priming him up, making sure he feel real good on the camera. And then on this side, we have Jeray. Ray Rizzi has been in the music game for how long?
Since Angel Choir.
Angel Choir. Y'all know what that means? Since he came out of Pampers, okay?
That's right.
Just in the media scene, in the entertainment scene. Well-traveled, been everywhere, so I'm pretty sure you know who he is, have seen him or heard his music. If you haven't, Google, stream it, put some money in his pocket, do what you do. But yeah, excited about this conversation. But before we get into why we're having this conversation, we're going to do an empowerment moment. Okay. I'm going to throw it to Marianne and kind of start us off. I know, right?
You're putting it.
Yes, we're about to empower the people before we go into this conversation.
I don't even know what to say.
So if you think about just kind of what you were doing with this week, what would you say?
I mean, I just came back from vacation.
So
I
you
came
should
back
be
and
really
I had like 500 emails.
You should have
You should be the one motivating the crew.
Well, I'm very motivated with the things that we're working on.
Yep.
Things that we can't really say yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But I'm very excited with the momentum that we have going on around the podcast and the other stuff that we have behind the scenes. I think is going to be amazing. I think we are going to unite our community, or women, Black and Latinas, and I'm very, very, very excited.
And anybody else who kind of fits.
And everybody.
We just saying Black and Latinas because we Black she was here.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with primary focus.
Primary focus. Love it. But no, we just want to always take the moment to make sure we're encouraging you women to continue to be dope. Whoever's listening, to continue to be in dope, doing dope things. We sometimes forget just doing the everyday things, surviving, being the mom, the wife, the girlfriend, the sister, the daughter, the business owner, the entrepreneur, and all of those things. We forget of just being like a dope woman and really taking the time to applaud ourselves. So I want to applaud you. Keep being dope. Don't give up. Please don't give up. Go take a shower, take a rest, take a break, listen to the podcast, and we're gonna have some great conversation.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. All right. So what is our topic for today?
What? Oh my God. So the last time we met
Mm-hmm.
at Nobu,
Mm-hmm.
it was fun. Like
Yeah.
a lot of things happened at that time.
Yeah.
But we started a conversation of
High value.
high value man. What is
Mhm.
a high value man? I feel like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are talking about that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
recent conversations
Yeah.
that I've seen online and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to see it or hear it from the men in our lives.
And also to add on to that, the second question that will come up
Yes.
is, right, 'cause this conversation started months ago. We were out
Mhm.
one night and I had this question. I was out with a couple of men and I said, would you prefer an ambitious woman or a 9-to-5 woman?
Oh yeah. that-
Right?
that's
And
what we done.
what is
Yeah.
your choice of preference and why? And he gave me a very disappointing response. And he made the comment that high value men prefer a certain type of woman. So we'll start with defining between you two what you consider or how you define a high value man, and then go into what does a high value man look for in a woman.
I would say a high value man is a man of wisdom, leadership,
Okay.
guidance. He's community oriented, not necessarily just family oriented, because you can be excluded from community and still be a family man.
Okay.
I would say a high value man is someone not necessarily that have money but can add value. And that's it.
I'm gonna save my questions for after, because he took the money part off the table. So I'm gonna go back to that.
Because see,
I was just saying, I'm gonna go back
and the
to
thing
that.
is, I mean, the money aspect again, that's relative.
Yeah.
Because there could be a man that had $50,000,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And some people can say that ain't shit. But what if he had $50,000, but not to include his expenses are so low,
Mhm.
he can live however he wants to,
Yeah.
go wherever he wants to, and do whatever he wants
But
to.
does he have a family with this or no? This is just him.
Let's just say his kids is grown.
Okay. Okay.
He's a family man, but he have adult kids.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? And he's debt free. He got 50,000 with no debt though. He
Mhm.
can go wherever, he can live
Yeah.
wherever. And he still have a skill. Skills can go anywhere.
Okay.
So would you then still say, well, he
I
ain't a
just, I
six-figure
didn't
guy?
say anything.
No, I'm
I
just saying, I'm saying from a perspective of, well, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really all relative.
So I want to make my comment of high value.
You can't say it yet.
After
Yes.
Dre.
Well, pretty much he summed it all up. But to add on to that, high value man, in my opinion, everything he said, plus a man that knows his purpose,
100%.
a
Love
man
that.
that knows
100%.
it's all about the destination
Mhm.
Yeah.
and getting there,
Mhm.
and always having his work planned. And sometimes things go unplanned,
Mhm.
so that's when the pivot comes.
Yeah.
And how would you work off the pivot? So yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I like that. I like that. Okay. I will settle with the definition.
You really made it up.
I'll stick with the
Man, listen, you put that
definition.
sauce on it though, Cuddy.
Yeah, because you came and I was just like,
every time you gotta
I
say
can't
compliment
really
first,
change
you know what I'm saying?
it, right? I can't really change it.
Gratitude. High value man.
So what would you say is a high value man from a woman's perspective?
From my perspective,
Yeah.
I would say that he's a masculine man in a sense. No, in the world where people think an alpha man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just out here getting money, but doesn't know how to treat a woman, for me
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
important, a traditional man
Okay.
Mhm.
that opens the door of the
Mhm.
car.
Do
when
they
I'm,
still do
you know-
that?
Well,
That's
I'm gonna be standing outside of the car waiting for him to open the door.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
traditional,
Mhm.
respectful.
Mhm.
You know, of course, there has to be a physical attraction with the
Mhm.
person that you're with.
Mhm.
But I feel like a man who's gonna listen to the things that I'm saying and
Mhm.
focus on that instead of just what I look like on the outside.
Mhm.
A man of faith,
Mm.
believes
That's
in
good.
God.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah.
important
I don't think
for
nobody
me.
else said that, did y'all?
That's true.
Mm.
And that's deep,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just
that's-
feel like a man who
100%.
has a relationship with God would know how to love me.
Mhm.
I feel like because I've experienced those
Mhm.
relationships
Yeah.
outside of the faith, it's like
Yeah.
they don't know what to do when there's conflict in the
Mm.
relationship.
When you said the pivot.
So for me, it's
Facts.
important. For me, a high
Yeah.
value man is somebody who believes in God
Mhm.
because he's gonna respect me, he's gonna
Mhm.
honor me, and he's
Yeah.
gonna love me the way God loves me.
Mhm.
Well,
Ambition.
We are molded in His image.
That's right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's why I said that's deep when you said that, cause
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's necessary. I would agree. I would also add,
Mhm.
right, when I look at a high value man, agreeing with a lot of what you said, but it also comes to how he elevates and supports his woman and family, right? Because I'm a very, what do they call it, alpha woman. And in previous situations, most men are intimidated.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so when you have a high value man, he understands his place and position
Mhm.
and doesn't get insecure.
That's what the question I was just about to ask.
He doesn't get insecure when he has a woman who also wants to be ambitious
Correct.
and do her thing. And so for me, a high value man, I ain't hear none of y'all say it. I'm gonna add it though
Mhm.
because it's important to me.
Mhm.
Can provide what he's looking for and what he requires, right? And so
Oh, that's
if
for
he requires a certain level from me, then he can also provide that
100%.
because that's important. And then I like a certain lifestyle.
Mm.
So I just feel like, you know, if we have our own definitions, like he can
Mhm.
match where I'm at, and we can come together and make it work. But you know, I like to eat
Mhm.
and do a lot of things.
But
So,
the magic word you just said was come together.
yeah.
That's hard to do.
Why?
Um,
It's hard to come together for the man or for the woman? What do you mean?
depending on what spectrum of the world you on.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Yeah.
depends. I know for me it's been harder.
Why?
I think positioning, whatever position I'm in, and from the women looking from their perspective, because I do music.
Yeah.
So they always know the name, Ray
Yeah.
Rizzy.
Mhm.
So you introduce two people.
Yeah.
I need to know who you want to date.
Mhm.
So that'd be the problem with me.
So, who did they get to see?
Well, I give them me. My name is Jeray Lipsy.
Uh-huh.
But they expecting the perception of Ray
Ray
Rizzy. So it throws them off. Like, I thought you was this type of guy.
Mhm.
You know, I'm more laid back. And,
Yeah.
like, probably people gonna be watching this like,
Yeah.
I ain't know his voice was like that. Because I rap different, you know what I mean? So I ain't know he could talk. I didn't have women tell me that.
Yeah.
Now that I got older. And
They
the truth,
didn't know you could talk?
They didn't know he was articulate.
They ain't know how, yeah.
Oh,
they didn't know.
articulate. Okay, I'm like, wait, what? You were
But
right.
they won't say articulate. I didn't know you could talk.
Yeah. Can it be the choices?
That I was going to say, or the place.
Like, are you looking, like, where do you find these women?
That's what I was gonna say.
That used to be the problem
Okay.
when I was a little more immature.
Yeah.
But now that I'm mature, you know, the level goes up.
Uh-huh.
And I still kind of find myself in certain similar places.
I think it's
Even
the
with different
industry
women that I
too.
change.
Yeah.
You know, it's industry,
Yeah.
it's music.
See, but
And
I've
that's-
been out the industry now, so I've been doing more truck. I got a trucking company called Capital Truck and Logistics.
Okay.
So I've been doing that, and I thought the perception would
Change.
change, but that Ray Rizzy got.
I was gonna say, but to be fair, right? Like you wearing the chains, you got the Cartier glasses. Like so, when people see you, they not like, oh, businessman. They're like, oh, industry, entertainment.
But I like jewelry.
I'm just saying the perception. You said the perception. So if they know you out here rapping, and you come out with the gold chain and the Cartier.
So I look like a rapper with Cartiers.
You do.
Judge Mathis wear Cartiers.
I mean, and he also wear a robe, so we know the difference.
Hey, what you saying? If you walk like a duck, walk like a duck.
Like he be sitting in his robe with his Cartier, but I'm not like I get
no, but
what
she
you're
only
saying.
saying it based on because of your brand.
Your brand.
That's
yeah.
really it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I find it interesting. Are you in a position where you want a woman?
Yes.
Why do you feel that you are in that position? Or what makes you, because the other day we were talking about this, right? And we were saying, well, I don't think you're ready, or I don't think you're ready, or I don't think that's where you need to be. So what makes you feel that that's where you're at and that you're ready?
How do you know you're ready?
I'm ready because I know I'm ready for self.
Oh.
I got everything under control as far as stability, bills, living. And I can do this not other for myself, people that's close by me that I love, and for a significant other.
So you
I'm ready.
prepared.
Yeah, I'm prepared. Yeah.
You're
And you
financially-
provide, protect.
And you don't have kids.
No.
So not only have you like financially became in a place where you feel you're ready, but you're also, which is not common these days, to be honest, right? Like a man not having a child.
Can I just ask something? Because you said, what you said is great. I love it. It sounds to me that you're financially prepared. But are you spiritually, emotionally, mentally prepared to be with the type of woman that you are trying to find? Because sometimes we say we want this, but when we have it in front of us, because we're not used to that type of love or that type of person, that maybe we'll screw it up if I've been in that position.
Yeah.
So everything you said is great, but how do you know you are there, internally?
Because the women tell me it's not you, it's me.
Wait.
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah. Look, y'all can make a drink to that. Yeah, look at
I don't even know what I did for tea.
Like the shock value, you gotta think. Let's just go by my appearance.
Okay.
So
it's ready.
I'm like, where is the tea?
we just gonna go by my appearance.
Okay.
I walk in the room. You got another young lady here. Like, who is that kid? Oh, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
But ain't that the rapper dude? Yeah, but that's cousin. Like, oh, okay. He's single too. And
Yeah.
she already like, okay, this should be fun. I know he's safe because my friend wouldn't even put me in a realm of anybody that'd be, damaging to me. So this should just be fun. So they go in it just for fun and ended up like, whoa, I ain't know it was that together.
That's
because he go, man, listen.
No, like
He laid out.
Like it's a shot. Like
I
could give you a little
give her an
shock
example.
factor.
No,
I don't
listen.
think I've been in a situation lately
Mr.
where I've
Lipson.
had a shock factor.
That's what I'm saying. He the coolest, the best to do.
It's shocking. Like, it could start off with just, a couple of the guys, we're gonna meet at Ray House because I love the house. And when they come there, while I'm cooking, I'm big on hosting.
It's home like yours, like
it's made for entertainment.
It's a family
made for
thing.
entertainment. Yeah.
So I done sat there and watch and listen to them be like, girl, hey, is this his house? Who helped him? And I'm listening like, dang, this can't be my house. For one, they shot that this is my house. The second,
Is it because of the decor?
Yeah, the decor.
Okay.
The decor might not match the glasses and the chain.
And the chain, the Cartier.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. These things can don't be so focused on it because this can easily disappear.
Yeah.
And when that happens, now you shocked. Because you came into it looking for just a good time, but now you done got yourself involved in a great time. and you don't know how to handle it now.
So
Go, because I'm like,
so I'm a big believer that we attract what we are.
Mm-hmm.
So when you attract this type of women that are telling you it's not you, it's me, you know, I have a problem. Do you feel that there's something maybe that you need to deal? And I'm asking you because I've been there.
Yeah.
I've attracted people that I'm like, there's something in me
yeah.
that is attracting this type of people in my life, and there's something that I need to look within myself for me to heal that. You know, I deal with abandonment issues, so I always try to fix people and help others, and that's something that I needed to go, you know, therapy and things like that to heal it. So I stop attracting the exact same men in different bodies. So do you feel that maybe there's something within you that needs to be adjusted?
Great question.
That's great. Now you got me digging.
I'm
Listen, we all like, damn.
I got therapy on Wednesdays.
Listen, you too. Well, as a
Because
man,
I just feel like,
that was good.
no, I just feel like
Listen.
you shouldn't have to, you know, if you like your jewelry and your stuff, the woman who's gonna love you, she's gonna love you regardless of if you're the rapper today and then the businessman tomorrow.
Oh.
Like, I don't wanna adjust who I am for nobody. I show up at my work the same. The only thing I don't do at work is drop the F-bomb, but this is what you get. So I feel like the person that's gonna love you that you want, she's not gonna tell you, well, I'm not ready because you're not a rapper today.
Well, it's real simple for me. I just need a woman to say what she mean and mean what she say.
What kind of woman is that though?
But well, answer the question before that with what I said with the healing portion.
I'm a special type of
We're gonna
guy.
get
I'm a special type of guy because I think all people been through a lot.
Yeah.
But I've been through a lot.
You have.
Yeah.
So
You have.
it does take, it's gonna take a special type of woman to deal with me because I think the way I handle things I've been through is not normal. So I can't even give you an answer on how because it's not done.
So you suppress your emotions.
I wouldn't say suppress. I know how to deal with my emotions. I know how to keep. I wouldn't say suppress because I'm a very emotional
But
guy.
I was gonna
I
say
keep 'em in check.
it's dealing with it. Is it confronting it or dealing with it?
I confront it because
yeah.
in my music, that's basically my music.
Okay.
I don't mind talking about it. I'll
Yeah.
call you, and I'm very open. I'm
Okay.
not a private guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll let you in. Like even with.
Well, we gonna have to do a dating show or something.
Yeah,
Because
I never been private. You know, or
Shock factor. You ready for it?
But talking about it doesn't mean that you're dealing with it. What are you doing to work on those things?
Yeah,
Like you can call her. You can
I started
call me,
this with I started like this.
Because we can talk about it all day. But
I mean, I deal with it with we got different ways to deal with it.
And music is not one of them because that's escape.
Ooh.
That's an escape.
Mm-hmm. That's your coping mechanism because you love that so much. Yours is the gym.
Yeah, it is.
Anytime you're stressed, you go to the gym.
100%.
What is yours? So that could be because you love doing that so much, and that's what makes you, forget about things.
Yeah.
That could be your coping mechanism.
Okay, so I'm never been an insecure guy, right? So I surround myself with men as such as myself. So we could talk about certain things. We deal with a lot of death. We deal with a lot of so we try to just talk about living, you know what I mean? Life. We used to we had a slogan, I'll die for you.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I want you to live for you. You know what I mean? So that's another way that we cope with it. We just pick up the phone and, you might come help me with something. So as men, we got that. So now I think a lot of women don't know what we have to go through. As far as everything else, not alone, just ourselves.
Sure.
So it's hard for them to be.
But to be fair though, I was gonna say, to be fair with men, right? We will never fully understand the extent, but I also feel that a lot of men are not in the spaces to be able to verbalize that, right?
Sure.
So to hear you say that, like, I 100% agree. Like, we can't walk the shoes of a man, But how many men you know are verbalizing that to the woman they're with?
So that's the thing that I'm dealing with. I don't think women are used to man verbalizing.
It was never taught.
But I was going to say, but how is that our fault?
It's not y'all fault.
No, it's
We just
not
want y'all to understand.
y'all fault.
But how do you make it? How do you normalize it?
That you can't normalize it. It's something that has to just be learned first. Like you going way far. That's years down the line.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like,
take time to learn this
you get what
person.
I'm
So
saying?
it's a time thing with me. Either and this is a witness for me. Like the first, the honeymoon days, I love him. I like him. He is so. And then the way I am, it can be, and this on me. It could be.
I was going to say, now we're finding out
it could be
what they
over.
don't last.
Like he loved me. I done had a woman like tell him that he loves me, and I'm like, I don't love you.
You said that to her?
No, but my actions did. I
He's
guess.
just a good dude.
I'm just
he
a,
showed.
But I mean, I know you tell her that she didn't love her.
No, we
He
only
gives such a good time when he take chicks out, shit like that. And then he know, put it like this, how y'all say a man should be, he do all of that shit.
And
So,
women
but
are
why do you
there's
do
no
that
breaks.
if there's no interest?
And there's no breaks. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Why
you know
do
how
do that if
y'all can
there's no
still
interest?
y'all can still
Oh, it
get,
is an interest for me because I wouldn't be dating anyway. But that's just a normal for me. Maybe this is a high for like.
Oh.
women,
Her
as
fifth date
much
is
as
my
women
pull-up.
like consistency, they not used to it. As
As
much as women, listen,
What you say you look for?
like
Sorry.
for instance, this is what I mean. Eventually be like, I like dude, but he don't need to call me every day, my nigga. Like, ain't that how,
Well, no,
like
I
on
think it
some
goes
real
for-
relationship shit, ain't that how
I think it depends on the person.
No,
Because I don't need to talk to you every day.
no, but that ain't, it takes two for a relationship. So you stopping the flow just by even, like, no, I don't, like, you get what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
maybe if we're in it, but if we dating, I don't need to talk to you every day.
Yeah,
how do you get to the next phase?
We
meet.
when we're
No,
together.
but what I'm saying is you saying maybe when we
When we
then you
connect.
start calling me.
Yeah, I'm getting
Ain't that how you get there?
I'm getting shamed for liking you.
Hey, you know how people get married? Normally it's like I start talking to him and I ain't never stopped talking to him. Nigga, deal with him.
I mean, I'm
You get what
saying,
I'm saying?
like, think about it. In a day, how often are you on the phone with somebody? You not. I don't.
It
Even if you
depends.
like somebody,
I'm
you're
a
not
freak.
on the
No,
phone.
you're not.
Exactly.
No, you're not.
So for me, it's like check on me. But we ain't gotta.
Just don't text me good morning, beautiful.
Or no, don't high rising queen.
Damn.
Nobody would hear that.
He gotta come up with some new shit.
No, just say good morning. But
Sorry.
like you don't have to.
Good morning. Here's a Starbucks gift card. Have a great day.
That is an amazing way to say good morning. Your coffee is waiting on you.
Good morning, beautiful. Makes me
Oh, you know
think
what?
that you copy and paste.
Oh, wait.
Good morning. I say wake your ass up.
I have a
You gonna laugh. Like, I didn't wake your
Don't waste your time talking about you don't want to cook, you ain't gonna cook.
My air
Don't
fryer
even-
your numbers.
Don't even waste your time you bringing
I
up.
will cook, just not every day.
And guess what? No, again, I'm gonna say this for the last time. No man is expecting it. So like y'all saying shit that we know, but then just saying that make me think this motherfucker really just may not even cook like that at all. So
But
then
in my
it
real
looks
life, I don't.
So no, but hear me out. But then it makes me lose interest because what good is all of that shit when the qualities and essence of a woman is serving her man? So you take
Is the
on
only way
you
to serve a
listen,
man
stop,
by
pause.
food? I'm
You,
asking.
no, listen. You taking away the very thing that we live off the table of a valuable woman. That's feeding me.
Food? What is
Listen,
so
pause. Let's rewind that. Let's rewind that.
Define
What did Big Mama say? What's the way to a man's heart? Through his stomach. The end. Big Mama she been taken care of 50 years, sitting good, house, retirement, she's
And she
straight.
had to deal with how much nonsense?
Not a lot.
How much cheating?
Nah, see, you
How many
listen,
kids
you want to
outside
try to
of
make
the house?
that up, though. Of how many people? And let's talk about that. Cheating, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Everybody is flawed, but she still probably was well taken care of. Did better than most. So taking it on. But again, of course, nobody wants to be cheated on. But what I'm saying is
that's one of my like. You know how you have that.
But that ain't the story. But that's not the story of every long marriage, though, and you know that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the people who had successful marriages that was able to tell you, honey, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I ain't talking about the ones that like went through some bull and all that.
Yeah, but that was 50, 60 years ago when women weren't even allowed to fucking work. Oops. Freaking work. Like, it's 2024.
We both work in a job, but that's what I think of, like,
investing my time in your business and we're making money.
Yeah,
but we out here hustling. You're not gonna be telling me, I want you to cook every day. Heck no.
See? I didn't say that.
The boy is girl, man.
Listen, bro, look, you see how they trying to make a narrative that nobody's pushing.
This shit is
Okay, how often do you want to eat your woman's food?
She like, I need it to find.
How
Once a week? Twice a week?
How often? How often?
What is it?
How often?
As often as she want to be ate.
That's really easy. That's really easy.
Is that a fair
Wait,
statement?
as often as she wants to be ate?
Yeah.
Are we saying?
Yeah. You heard me. Ain't this grown folks?
Hi guys, welcome to the Grown Up Podcast.
Look.
But that's really easy. That's totally different. It's totally different.
So I'm gonna say this and we're gonna get off of it because I mean, because it's pleasure for both parties.
Food is good.
That particular is pleasure for both parties.
You can't have it all. You can't have a woman who's working on herself, working on her things, helping you with your business, and then you want her to cook all the time too.
Again,
But you said, what if she wants that every single time?
You said as much as she wants.
What if she wants that every day?
Oh, okay.
What if she wants that every day?
Well, shit. Sometimes she better order food. I'm just she like cook every day.
Let's transition.
Let's move on.
I mean, all I'm saying is, look. To your point, food just better be here. That's it. But for sure, I mean, food made with love does something. Honestly, it creates a bond that other things can't relationally. Honestly, for real.
No, food is my love language. I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
A man that can cook.
So with life needing to be a reflection, and that's Mr. Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I think it is for you to cook if food is your love language. That's an experience. Like literally, you can be in the kitchen. You can be in the kitchen creating new shit with your man.
To be fair, so listening when you said what should a woman say when she says she can't cook, my last relationship lasted a year longer than it should have because he could cook so well. Anytime I got mad, no, because the food was so good, but I never had the desire to get in the kitchen. Just to be fair. But he never asked me to either.
Yeah. I see me, I would definitely come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts small. Just
for sure. Chop up these.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to just. I get it sometimes. If I tell you, baby, sit down.
Yeah,
already
he was like, he'd be like, get you a glass of wine.
He didn't.
No, he was Jamaican. He did it.
It's all about the vibes. You can tell if I want you to just relax because of the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Then you should be able to tell, as a woman, if I want you to come chop an onion.
Well, maybe I'm still learning my woman.
Yeah, there you go. For real.
My woman.
Yeah, you can't sit back like the boss when you get in the house.
Well, see, I don't. In my culture,
unless he said it's set. Hey, baby, sit back. Here's some wine.
Especially when you got this new form of a man, because Pops wasn't touching nothing in that kitchen.
I also get because in my culture, women are raised to serve their men. Like that's what our moms teach us. Like my mom, she wakes up, she makes breakfast. 30 minutes later, she's asking, what do you guys want to have for lunch? We haven't even eaten lunch, and she's already asking what do we want for dinner. So she's constantly like,
yeah. I had one of those mothers. So she trained me Boy, come here. Learn all these recipes because you gonna need it.
Yeah.
She already knew what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you do catch one, because it's gonna be some dinosaurs. It's more love in the house because both of y'all can cook. But you need to know how to do this, and this, because the women are changing.
Mm-hmm.
Women are more independent, more powerful, college, you know what I mean? And I'm watching it in the house. So all my brothers know how to cook, but my sister can't cook. But she was the one that went to college, the businesswoman, all of this. So she already knows. She's raising a woman that's she don't drive or nothing. So can you imagine that? You know how to drive. You drove here, right?
I know how to cook too, and I'm a really good cook.
Okay, so you have women that don't know how to cook and don't know how to drive. But credit score is out the roof, business is out the roof, brain is Einstein. But can't do the natural foundations of a...
I feel like
drive.
when a woman,
How you can? But I'm saying it's rare. You got women that don't know how to drive.
I know you're saying you don't like cooking, but I feel like when a woman is in love, it's different. Like when I was married, there was a specific recipe that he loved, and I hated the smell of that thing, but I used to make it. And I was really good at making it because he loved it. So I wouldn't eat it. I hate the smell of it. I wanted to puke. But because I was in love and that was his favorite meal, I would make it for him. So one day you're going to be so in love, you're going to be like, you're going to call her, you'll be like,
She gonna be asking. We have recipes.
shopping onions.
We have a lot of women in our... We got a huge family. And you can see the shift. Like, I'm a little kid watching the shift. Like, oh, look. Literally. She don't know how to cook.
But she's been trying new recipes.
Well, I ain't gonna say no, I don't like.
I don't like.
But she know that's the staple of our family.
It is.
100%.
It is.
Like that's how we fellowship.
How you don't catch that?
You know what I mean?
It's because I didn't want to catch it.
See what I'm saying?
Because I knew I was going to be in the kitchen.
So they focus on the man.
And see, my sister is just like her. Go out to eat all the time, don't cook, all that shit.
So we gotta be providers and have money and be ambitious because we got to take y'all out to eat all the time.
Listen.
I don't want to go to eat. Again, I don't mind cooking once in a while, but I don't want to cook. I don't want to come home and have to clean. We're going to hire somebody to do the cleaning. Like, I don't want to have to deal with that.
I could post on my page. Well, I just did. I said tonight gonna be a Rasta pasta night.
How many comments did you get?
If I show you this, I bet you it's all women.
I'm commenting
Mostly
too.
women.
Can I get my plate?
I'm kind of hungry.
I'm telling you, I'm ready. I'm finna get there.
It's feeling like a Rasta pasta night. All women.
All women.
All
well,
women.
a man ain't gonna comment.
Shoot, cuz will come on there, cuz, give me a plate.
Okay, so
It's all women that don't cook.
I think this went better than I expected because
I knew he was bringing.
This is my last question.
good,
This
though.
is my last question to y'all, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
What advice?
We can do.
What
part
advice
two in
would
my
you
house.
give a woman who is looking to be with a great man?
Put your pride to the side
Oh. What does that mean?
and let that man provide.
We let you provide. But what does the pride
No,
mean?
and not just in financial, but let me provide spiritually, mentally, financially, sexually.
I'll tell you.
that's gonna take time. It's lots of time.
It takes time. Let it take its time. Let it run its course. That's all I'm saying.
So put your pride to the side.
Yeah, whatever. I think women pay more attention to the red flags than the green lights.
Because we don't want to repeat
Be
it.
hurt, yeah.
Exactly.
But like,
And we can't. And we talked about this the last time. When a woman has discernment,
It's hard to miss.
God tells you right away.
It's hard.
You start feeling unease, like you feel this anxiety, these things that right away. Because any decision that I'm gonna make in my life, I ask God first, and
So-
He answers to me right away.
so will it be? I rarely get a conversation after. Like I don't expect no grown woman to explain herself, but if I didn't do nothing terminally ill to you, I think you should be like, hey, it's kind of not.
Oh, 100%. She should be honest.
It don't be like that.
Yeah, 100%.
It can get kind of nasty. it turned to tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't call, I'm not gonna call. And I hate when they get to that point.
Well, should you call?
Well, if a woman gives you the green light,
Should you call?
if a woman gives you the green light for you to pursue her,
Well, shouldn't you pursue? I feel
You're-
like
This is
have
after
been-
this is after things change. I might notice something. And
oh, okay.
I think it should be talked about
Mm.
because it could be fixed
Yeah.
instead of you just tapping out saying I don't like that.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Communication.
So I did. I
Once
deal with
it's
a lot
but
of that.
not at the beginning, I don't owe you an explanation. Like if at the beginning I talk to you and I tell you what I don't like, right? And you keep doing the same thing that I'm asking you that I don't like, I don't need to explain to you if I want to call you up.
Yeah,
without
but if you
saying
don't say
anything.
nothing, that one thing you don't like. It's
But
the
if I
thing-
already told you
it's
that
the
I
thing
don't
that I
like it,
fix later. Now here come this
No.
U-turn thing. You see me out again, and I deal with a lot of that too. Like, oh, you.
I'm just.
I didn't
I'm
like that,
curious
but
of
you-
the circle of women around you. I mean, and again, it could just be women.
Well, I will tell you this. It seems like I catch a lot of women that's freshly out of something. Or still in something.
The saying is you either coming out of something or going into something anyway.
Yeah, so.
Well, I no, that's not necessarily because
I don't know.
You either coming out of something or going into something. Keep it 100 with yourself.
you need to go back to your history and find out why that is.
Yeah, I do. I need to do some more digging.
Yeah,
But to answer your question, pride, like,
let it go.
let's just strip everything
Let it go.
and let it go.
How about you?
Oh, go. What would you?
Sorry.
What would you give advice, or what advice would you give a woman looking for high value men?
Find yourself
Mm.
so you can be found.
That's good.
Find yourself so you can be found.
Mhm.
How would she know she found herself?
Because the woman who found herself isn't looking externally.
Mhm.
She operate like from an internal space. So it's like she be in her own world, really don't care about attraction, looks, likes, in the real world, fake world, whatever it is. Like she at peace with herself. So really, she don't need a man. She just is able to compliment him.
Mm.
But that's how it's supposed to be anyway.
100%.
I got this. I just need you to
Correct.
motivate me. Tell me I can do it.
And I think a lot of women struggle with the word expectations. Because, so like, if I say lose expectations, y'all have a 20-minute conversation on why y'all should not, right? But I understand that. But what I'm saying is when it's like, I'm not saying don't expect nothing from someone, but it's kind of like how people be having these made up people that may not be realistic, or maybe like finding a needle in a haystack instead of just going through life letting things come and go as they will.
Like a flow.
Point blank period.
Like a
You get what I'm saying? Because it's like sometimes we hold on to people too long. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's
Sometimes.
understanding the difference between standards and expectations.
Mhm.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Because I still feel there should be a
Agreed.
standard.
Yes,
And
I
maybe
agree.
with the expectations, right? Because
Correct.
I'm dealing with that of like,
Yeah.
how do I flow? Because I don't flow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm a planner. If I got to flow, I go crazy, right? So,
But I think part of that is what creates the clog in your life, though. Because you doing this so much is like
I
damn
know.
near creating blockage.
I know. I
You
told
get
you I
what I'm
got to
saying?
be every Wednesday. We're still working it out.
So,
But I know that
so,
about myself because it is the fear of rejection,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So whatever I can control,
Yeah.
I need to control it. But that
Mhm.
also goes back to daddy issues, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, right? But
Yeah.
That's the main thing that it all boils down to.
what?
These genes.
Yeah.
Remember, as a, y'all got kids.
Mhm.
Why did you do that? And the baby look at you and say, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because it's in their genes
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
It's hereditary. So these are the things that we deal with. So we all are trying to deal with. But it's something that we won't deal with.
Well, this was good.
I don't even know if we got answers
We
to
can
all
continue
things.
this.
But it was a great conversation.
I would like for y'all to ask us just one more takeaway question, like any question.
Is one more takeaway?
Yeah, you can ask both of us different questions with the same, and then you can answer.
Takeaway. For a female who is very, very independent, how can she transition that as she's preparing, as you said, to allow a man to provide?
Surrender.
Surrender.
Look, see, look at that.
I'm like,
you see how
when I hear that, I'm
literally it was like literally your look was as if I called you a B word.
No.
No, I'm talking about her, not you. But literally, the point of me saying is like the word surrender was offensive.
Because I feel like the expectation is always on the woman that she has to let go to get.
You don't understand what a man is letting go though, because you don't know the man of a mind. I mean, you don't know the mind of a man.
I don't.
You understand? It's both. At the end of the day,
What are
relationship.
y'all surrendering? What are y'all letting go?
I'll tell you what we letting go. We letting go our nature of desire and pursuing other women. We're letting go our ego to allow you into our space that we really had of our own. So like we bring you into some of our most vulnerable, like people don't know any of us fully. Mm-hmm. So we letting go a lot. Again, it's dual.
Isn't it both parties though?
100%.
Yeah, but a man nature is not to be vulnerable. So if we let you in that space,
yeah, like
that's like letting you in the vault. Time
Yeah.
waits for nothing, but everything take its time.
There you go.
Bars.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it is surrender because that's the only thing that you're not willing to do, and that's what me as a man will look for from you as a woman in your space. Honestly,
I mean, it's a good note. It's a good note. I guess for me, I have to practice.
Our man likes me.
But how do you practice? How do you practice?
I don't know. And I don't have to walk in the space like, am I surrendering? Is this surrender?
Cause look, at the end of the day, it's like, and this is what we are not taught, but men that are true and know themselves understand that we are little G's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So at the end of the day, using Christianity as a great example, that Christ always said it's not him, it's the Father, right? He always led people to God. But then he also said, what I have within me, you have within you. So at the end of the day, God wants man to surrender to him. So why wouldn't I want my wife, my woman, to surrender to me? No. Hear me out. This is what I'm saying. Now let's go back to what I said. Every woman ain't the same. Every woman ain't a wife. Every woman ain't a woman. Let's go lower. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the woman that's a wife typically just naturally operate in that space, married or not. Is just naturally in her. So when she get married, it's just easy.
I think maybe I would agree.
I don't think marriage is work or a job. I think that natural effort, period. Something I love, I'm gonna take care of.
Yeah.
That's not work. I go to work, but I take care of my kids.
I was always told
things.
if a man wants you, he will invest his time, his energy, his purpose.
100%.
So.
But women be feeling
is that going to be reciprocated?
But see, now women put themselves in a position of being purchased instead of
100%.
instead of being
You started on another podcast. We can't even go there because I want to comment. I want to comment.
So,
but I also I agree but I also feel that men have allowed that. Men have allowed that because of their ego. Because a man will work really hard just to come out and be able to stunt or to the woman he felt he couldn't get unless he had this and this. Like, I've seen it so many times where men are very insecure and they live through their materialistics and their money to go get somebody. So then you're mad that she's living to what you actually.
But that's how women now
toward.
Women are using titles the same way men are using materialistic things, though.
What do you mean?
So, like how a man is using materialistic things to stroke his ego of who he is and so on and so forth, women use their positions and titles of these high caliber women to like flaunt their shit. Like nigga.
I don't know if I use it as a flaunt. I'm very proud of the work that I'm doing. I don't know.
Sometimes, I mean, y'all have been places where y'all seen it exercise righteously. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's both sides.
But what are you taking the man who has?
I already know where you're going.
It's like chivalry versus riches. Which one is really rich though?
Right.
Because if the chivalry works, this man is gonna go out and get the riches if that's what he like. Accept it.
I'm honestly I have grown to care more about character and how I feel. If I don't feel safe with a man, I don't care how much money you have, right? Then that doesn't matter. But I am very physical, so how you look matters, right? I do love a certain lifestyle, so that is a factor. Is it the only factor, or is it a determining factor? Then no, right? But if I feel safe with you, if I can trust that you are going to continue to be able to pursue the life you should have with me or without me, like those things matter, right?
I have a question. And y'all don't have to answer this right now. It's a hot seat question. I think I probably know what your answer would be. But this is something to think about. Do you feel you would marry someone like you right now, with how you are today?
Someone
Would you?
No.
Would you marry someone like you? Like really think about
So I'm gonna be
how
honest.
you are.
I'm very selfish.
Really? No, I'm being no.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm
Because you can't say I'm this, but my man gotta be that.
But this is what I will say. I
Like
have been very open and honest. That is going to take a very special, strong man because I am very, very unique. And it will take a very patient understanding. So who I am, I'm very impatient. I'm very selfish. But I rock for what's mine. I'm very loyal. So like, it's
so
good
all
in the
I'm
back.
saying is, will you marry somebody like you? Like if it's a male you just like you.
I don't think a male me can be with me.
Well, that means you have some changing to do.
No.
Oh, okay. Life is a reflection.
I get what you're saying.
The reason I said that because I want y'all to think about maybe that's why the right man ain't came yet.
Well,
because I'm not who I need to be.
I haven't asked
relative
for it,
to no. But I'm saying you're.
I'm not even. So this is the honesty of me, right? I've been preparing, but am I ready?
There you go. Okay.
I have been honest about I am enjoying my life, right? I am enjoying the time. Like, I like to date on my terms. I don't know if I'm ready to fully share my life with somebody.
So that's my thing.
But I am still open
I'm
for
open
if
to
he
a lot of
comes.
views,
But this is what I'm saying.
I like him, but I'm not ready. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not ready.
This is
my time.
What they say.
But no, this is what I'm saying. To bring it back, I'm always honest of if he comes, I'm I will be willing to change. So that's the difference of, at one point in my life, I was searching. Right, to the point where my head was hurting because I'm like left and right. Now I'm at the point of I want to enjoy life until you come. Some people don't enjoy life because they don't have a person. I've learned that you gotta keep living, right? And so I'm not in a rush.
Right.
And I know there's some things I'm like, if he comes, am I willing to share closet space? I gotta like go to bed at night. I like to roll over. And not have to worry about it. Damn, I'm gonna have to like turn up. Like I like to be able to pull the cover over, go to bed at 9 o'clock, 9:30, and all of those things will change when the man comes. And so you may run with some people that may act like me, but if he comes, I'll know.
But how do you?
If he comes, I'll know.
How do you expect God to give that to you when your hands are like this?
So there's a difference.
They need to be
I asked God to prepare me. So that's the thing. I asked God for what I want. I haven't asked what I'm asking
you today.
But that's what I'm saying. I've asked Him to put me in situations of favor and grace, right? When I'm like, God, send me my husband, then I'm gonna have that conversation. Right now, like, send me someone you want me to be my friend and my partner, and then we'll build to that. I can't say I'm ready for a husband right now. I'm just.
I got you. Now, what's crazy is all in all of what you're saying, you want the man to be prepared for a wife, though.
Damn!
That's why I'm saying.
But this is my thing.
That goes back to just.
But also, I was in a marriage for 7 years. It was toxic. It was very hellish. It was all of those things. And so when you are in a space where you're like, damn, I could breathe. I can enjoy. I want to enjoy it. But if he comes, I'm going to slide up.
I feel like I didn't came.
And see that, and what you said is exactly. That's why he said he date use.
Don't reiterate.
Like how she said, same man, different. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
Like they didn't fuck.
And that's cool though. You just want to be selfish. See me, I'm upfront. I'm very upfront. I do not want a relationship because I understand what the commitment of a relationship consists of. So, and at the end of the day, yeah. But I know what it takes. I know how to be a good husband and all of that type of stuff.
But you don't want to be.
No, I don't want to be a husband.
You don't want a relationship. You just want the benefits of the relationship.
No.
Nothing. So you don't want nothing.
I call my house cleaners. I go out to eat.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other benefits that comes with a relationship and a marriage. The physical aspect.
I can argue that statement that a relationship is not a committed relationship isn't necessary for that.
It is for me.
I was gonna say depends on the woman. Depends on the woman.
Of course. But statistically,
and a woman cannot sit down here with me and tell me they can sleep with a man without catching feelings for them.
100%, and that's going to be the same for men.
It's soul ties.
Say that again.
A woman, she can lie, but a woman does not continuously sleep with a man and not.
So how can they stop it? Cold turkey. Like if it's
because it's clear, it's rejection. It's a lot of emotional things. For me, I'm like a light switch, right? As soon as I know I'm catching feelings, I'm like, nope.
So is that so here we go again.
So
is that my fault? I'm performing the way I'm supposed to.
But what she said was you have to look at what you're continuously attracting. Not saying it was you as the problem.
Yeah, the type of
but why are you attracting the women that
cut off?
Right? Like what in you say like, oh, all right, like I'll rock with it, right? Because again, I'm very open. Very like, this is who I am. And then men always feel like they could change me. They do.
I think that's both ways.
It is.
The man tells you who they are from the beginning. If he tells you from the beginning he doesn't want a relationship, he does not want a relationship, so don't pursue that. Yeah. You're not going to change him. Yeah. Take it from me.
Yeah. Some women love the challenge.
I don't want no challenge. Block.
What, to make a woman?
So maybe
yes.
There is. I feel, listen, a man told me one time that he was going to make me, like he was going to break me. That was his goal. Like he told, like we got into
He had a better chance not telling you that.
But it was after the fact that we were done. His goal was to break me. Like to break me to do what?
To submit.
What?
So
like you wanted to break me, and I'm like, that was your goal, like sir.
But what to break you to? What
That should have been his goal.
Meaning
that should've been
meaning
goal.
like
He's
because
not
I said I
supposed to
didn't
go.
want a relationship and he wanted one.
Oh, so
So-
he really wanted to like fuck your emotions up?
No, he wanted me to
Surrender.
like him
to
enough
it.
to
Oh, okay.
I want the friendship. I'm a dope friend. We
Yeah.
gonna get to that.
Dope.
Yeah, but it's
I came on a good time.
it should start with a
a
friendship.
good time in a
I was
relationship.
told that I
Choose,
come
lady.
so hard.
Do you want a good time or do you want a relationship?
That's your problem.
What is?
But you was told.
No, I'm
So
sorry.
you got one that over here just
You-
want a good time, and one over here that can't find a woman that won't
But
be
this
with
is
him.
but
Because
while
she
you
cuts
saying
herself
that,
off.
you forget to say you have one that understands. I understand my place, my position, where I'm at. I'm not the guy that's gonna lie to you to try to get anything from you.
But it's
Point blank
wrong.
period.
It's wrong that I have the same thoughts.
No.
You're like, how is it gonna
Stop
affect
asking
you if
these
you're not ready?
relationship questions. That's what I was thinking. You don't see me asking relationship.
So how we're ending this?
Yes, we're ending
This is pretty good.
this conversation.
Again.
Ladies and gents, okay? I don't even know what we learned in this podcast other than if I had to do a takeaway, I would say that men are y'all are very different. Like our perspectives are very, very different. I think that is my takeaway. There needs to be a lot of more dialogue between men and women.
Of course.
In just the neutral zones and neutral ways to really learn, because hearing you, like to understand there's men that is consistently in these circles, just like women. Like we go through these emotional changes.
Facts.
And where we all want the same thing at the end,
Yes.
but it looks different. It's like we want the same thing, but we come about it different.
Agreed. It's
Like,
like
because it's different. You got business owners.
Yeah.
You have employees.
Yeah.
You have renters. You have owners.
Yeah. And so
What type of man you gonna end up with? But that don't mean
what
that
type of man
that don't mean that renter can't be an owner and that owner can't drop to a
So
renter.
I was gonna talk to that when she talked about like if a man says this, then keep going. I think that women continuously can influence a man. Point blank
100%.
period.
I feel we have to.
You know what I mean? And I think that sometimes it's for both of us to show each other what we need or what we miss, and you get what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know what I
you need
mean?
it. You need it. Everything that, like, my life would have been totally different if it wasn't for women.
100%.
Totally. Like, I didn't have license, none of that. I was just living. I got with a woman. I get dropped off, everything. I don't drive, nothing. I got with a woman. She's like, I'm not gonna be dealing with no nigga with no license. And guess what I did? You know how many women I was there?
Yeah.
Well, girls. But when I met that woman,
Yeah.
she told me that.
License.
And then it leveled up from there.
Yeah.
Because now I'm trying to fit that with a woman, with a little girl, so now it's you level up.
Bro.
And I would say this too, like what I've learned is that because life is all about evolution, wherever you're at personally is the type of people you will attract.
100%.
Literally.
That was the point. That you
Literally.
And my
So
takeaway
I feel always good when I meet people.
that are in
You get what I'm saying? That's in alignment.
But my takeaway is, as minorities, right? Mental health in our space, like in Hispanic, men need to talk more about
100%.
these things. Not just talking to your boys and your family, but like therapists, looks and things like that.
Having the-
Because in our culture, men are raised to just be the man, be alpha,
Correct.
you don't cry, or if not, you're gonna get an ass whooping. So I feel like you guys need to talk more about your mental health and work on yourself.
But it's I feel you, but that type of information is like top secret. You can't let certain people, that energy can't get out that you feel this way or going, you know what I mean? It's used as a weapon, right?
Well, that's why you create a safe space.
Mhm.
That's what we have
Everybody
done.
needs a safe space.
Yeah, 100%.
So you don't go too far out of that
Yeah,
realm that you in with your people.
100%.
That's why a lot of men don't go talk to psychiatrists and things like that.
That will definitely be.
And I want to even say
because I
relative
just-
to psychiatrists, and I don't know,
Yeah.
but what I've learned is I had one in the past, definitely after my divorce. But what I learned is it's good, I can't say best, it's good to have someone of your culture
Mm-hmm.
That can
as a
understand the
therapist.
concept.
They
Because
can hear your story.
white people
I'll
can
have a
misdiagnose.
black woman.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's culturally context. Like,
Right.
they don't understand, right? Like, again, if you like, my grandma raised, well, why'd your grandma raise? Well,
Right.
in most families,
And
your
now they're
grandma
trying to
is the
speak to
person,
something
right?
that you done already came
Yeah.
to peace with, understand the big picture.
And you like
And,
this shit.
and they calling you, they labeling you something based off some shit
Yeah.
that you done overcame.
But I will say, I'm an advocate for therapy. I'm in it once a week.
That's awesome.
So, we are advocates for
Yes,
therapy.
100%.
Everyone does not agree and everyone does not need.
Mm-hmm.
But find someone to talk to in a safe space. And we're going to wrap it up here. It was a dynamic conversation. I gotta go back and listen.
It's time to go back outside.
Time to go back outside. Oh,
Make sure you follow us. We're gonna leave you guys' Instagram here.
yes.
So make sure you follow
us.
Oh my
Inbox
God.
us questions. Remember to give us topics or anything you want us to talk about in the next podcast. We're always looking to answer questions. We will start addressing questions. Follow us on our Instagram.
YouTube, TikTok.
All the same, which is growing
It's
the
going to
podcast.
be here. Just
So,
follow it.
the next one will be in my backyard. We got red seats, so we actually go flip it. So we go ask them questions. You get what I'm saying? All
we'll let
this
y'all know
high
what
level,
parts.
this Christianity, this no sneaky link stuff, all that. We going into all of that.
I'm gonna bring Ray Rizzy for that one.
Bye guys. Thank you so
See y'all
much.
later. We will let y'all know when part 2 is. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Grown Woman Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, no.